They appeared in photographs where they didn't belong. They predicted events before they happened, and in some cases, they vanished without a trace. These are the 7 most mysterious alleged time travelers in history, and after hearing their stories, you might never look at time the same way again. Number 1. John Titor, the soldier from 2036. In the early 2000s, an internet user named John Titor claimed he was a U.S. soldier from the year 2036, sent back to 1975 to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer, a model that really did have hidden functions known only to engineers at the time. He warned of future conflicts, a fractured United States, and strange physics experiments at CERN. Some predictions didn't happen, but others, like new diseases and political unrest, were unsettlingly close. And then, one day, he stopped posting, without explanation. Number 2. The Moberryly Jordane incident. In 1901, 2 English schoolteachers visited Versailles and claimed they suddenly stepped into 1789. They saw people in period clothing, old buildings, and even Marie Antoinette herself. When they wrote about the experience later, historians were shocked. The details matched 18th century records they supposedly couldn't have known. Skeptics call it hallucination. Believers call it a time slip. Number 3. The Hipster in 1948. A black and white photograph from the reopening of the South Fork Bridge in Canada shows a crowd of people in 1940s clothing, except for one man. He's wearing what looks like modern sunglasses, a printed t-shirt, and a small portable camera that didn't exist back then. Some say it's proof of a time traveler caught in the act. Others insist it's just an odd coincidence. But if it was a coincidence, how do you explain the next case? Number 4. Andrew Carlson, the impossible investor. In 2003, news broke of a man arrested for turning $800 into $350 million in just 2 weeks through perfectly timed stock trades. He claimed to be from the year 2256 and said he knew which stocks to buy because he already knew the future. The story later turned out to be satire, but only after it had spread worldwide, with some conspiracy theorists still believing the truth was covered up. Number 5. The time-traveling cell phone in 1928. In behind-the-scenes footage from a 1928 Charlie Chaplin film premiere, a woman walks by holding something to her ear, speaking into it, just like a modern cell phone. At the time, wireless handheld communication didn't exist. Skeptics say it was an early hearing aid. Believers say it's the earliest caught-on-film time traveler. Number 6. The Vanishing Hotel Room. This tale has many versions, but one of the most famous is from Paris in the early 1900s. A young woman checks into a hotel with her mother. The mother falls ill, and the hotel sends for a doctor. When the daughter returns from the pharmacy, her mother is gone, and the hotel staff insist she was never there. Years later, the woman swears she found the same room, with the same furniture and wallpaper, but everything was dated decades earlier. Was it a mix-up or a jump in time? Number 7. Rudolph Fentz, the man out of time. In 1950, police in New York reportedly found a man wearing 19th century clothing, confused and disoriented. He was struck by a car and killed, but his belongings included coins no longer in circulation, a letter postmarked in 1876, and an ID card for someone who had vanished without a trace in that year. The story became an urban legend, but to this day no one's sure where it began. Maybe these are just coincidences, maybe they're hoaxes, or maybe they're glimpses of a truth our history books aren't ready to admit. If time travel is real, who else has walked among us without us knowing? And what events have they already changed?